Welcome in to episode number 137
Hi,
of
everyone.
Burns and Berman. I am back from Philly after getting to
How was
hang
it?
out.
Well, okay. So I was thinking about this because I was going to ask you. So you've been to, actually seen a game at. You've been to M&T, obviously.
Yep.
Then you've been to
Philly.
New Orleans,
and Tampa.
That's it? You haven't been to any other?
Yes.
Those four? Rank them 1 through 4 after going
That's
through.
exactly what I was going to get ready to do.
Yep.
I'm going to rank them on different categories.
Sure.
Because and then I'll do overall at the end.
Okay.
Because I think there's different things that make a stadium good and all that. Obviously, not just the fact that I'm a Ravens fan. There is one stadium that I've been to 76 times, and the other 3 I've been to once. So keep that in mind, that it's not just fandom, it's I've been to one stadium a whole lot more than the other ones. But let's rank them 1 through 4. I'll start with how cool the actual stadium looks, like design of stadium. I would say the pirate ship in Tampa gets the 1 spot because just the pirate ship is sick. Again, just talking design of stadium, I would say Tampa, then Philly, then us, then New Orleans for just design of stadium. Game day experience, just
the vibes,
vibes. What you see, like the videos that are shown, the music that is played, all of that, not even close. Baltimore number 1. And hand up, the Ravens rank number 1 in game day experience in all of the awards every year. So that is not just me. I mean, when they do awards and all that for best game day experience and vibes and all that, the Ravens are always either number 1 or 2nd.
Close up there. Yeah.
I would say Baltimore by far number 1. Philly 2.
Okay.
Okay. There's a gap between Tampa and New Orleans and Philly. Like Philly is definitely 2nd. I would say vibes wise, Tampa might have been cooler, but the fans being what they were, I'll put New Orleans at 3 and Tampa at 4, but that's close. Noise, this shocks me to say, and it might have been where I was sitting that obviously has something to do with it, probably. And the quality of game. Overall noise, believe it or not, Baltimore number 1, which I did not expect to say.
Glaze.
I didn't expect.
Am I coming through here?
Yeah. But You ready for this? New Orleans number 2.
Yeah, indoors, the dome.
And Philly 3, and Tampa's Tampa's not 4, they're 5. A noise level.
Yeah. I mean, Tampa's just yeah.
It might have been where I was sitting. It might have been the fact that it was kind of a snooze fest early in the game. But not only were the Ravens louder than Philly, New Orleans was louder than Philly.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, also, New Orleans just has that extra help, like I said, because it's indoors.
I mean, that shocked me. Maybe if I was sitting somewhere different, that might be different. Overall, I can't not put us at 1 just because I've been there so many times. I just know it better. I'm gonna honestly, if we're talking overall, I'm gonna remove the Ravens because it's just not fair.
Yeah.
So overall, the other 3, it's close actually. I would say Philly, Tampa, New Orleans, but just because New Orleans Stadium is so old. Like the Superdome is so old.
Yeah, it is.
But in the last 2 years since I've been there, they've actually done renovations on it. So maybe it's better now. So maybe it is different. And hey, Super Bowl's there this year. So
yeah.
Not bad. The actual game was what it was. I mean, Philly kind of just Washington just never got it going. And Philly didn't really get it going until the very end of the third quarter. Neither team really played well until the very end of the game in terms of.
And then Saquon Barkley turned into Superman once again. As Saquon Barkley does, he turned into Superman once again.
Let me find this stat. I found it. I saw it yesterday, and it's insane.
Yeah.
Here it is. Okay. Rushing yards per game in the second half. Only in the second half.
Yeah.
Of games. Where the hell did it go? What? Here it is. Most rushing yards per game in the second half / overtime in the last 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Barry Sanders in 1997. Number 3, Jamal Anderson in 1998. Number 2, Derrick Henry in 2024. Number 1, Saquon Barkley in 2024.
Wow.
How about that? Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley are putting up more rushing yards per game in the second half of anybody in the last 30 years. Granted,
that's crazy. In the same season is actually wild.
Yeah. Granted, it's a half a season sample size of the full season, but still, you got 2 running backs that are putting up incredible production. Both, by the way, on their first year on new teams. Both of them.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
A
little bit of an extra. I mean, okay.
But yeah, are every single one of us undefeated this week so far?
No, the fans.
Oh, the fans! You guys suck. You guys suck so much. You guys suck at picks.
55% for Washington, but me, you, and Michael all picked Philly.
Yes, we did. That was an easy pick. That was an easy one. I felt that in my soul.
I don't actually. I kind of struggled with the pick, but I did wind up going with the Eagles.
I felt this in my soul that I'm like, okay, they're gonna go in there and win this football game. Simple. Yeah.
So, entering this week, the fans are 102-50. I am 99-53. Michael is 89-63. You are 85-67. But you are coming back a little bit. You beat Michael by 2 games last week. So
yeah, because I'm him. It's that simple.
You're possibly coming back there on Michael.
I'm going to get back there on Michael. It's not an if, it's a when.
We'll see. We will see.
Yeah.
On upset and lock of the week. On lock of the week, I am 8-2. Michael is 7-3. The fans and you are both 6-4. Upset of the week has been going terribly for all of us. I'm 3-7, and you and Michael are 2-8. Lone Wolf picks. You are 5-9. I am 6-5. Michael is 7-15. The fans are 3-1. Now they're 3-2. All right. I do not have tickers for this, but I will have tickers for the kickoff show on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, exclusively on Twitch for the kickoff show. So make sure you guys tune into that. Barnes will be making all of his picks. No international games this week, so none of my picks will be made until Sunday. So make sure you guys tune in again, 10 a.m. Eastern, exclusively on Twitch for the kickoff show. All that being said, let's get into the Week 11 slate, and we kick things off, Burns, in what kind of a little bit of a rivalry weekend here. And the first one, Packers at Bears.
We really have to start with this?
It is the first game on the slate. By the way, I finally figured out what the NFL order is and how they determine the order. It took me so long to figure it out.
Is it alphabetical?
It's alphabetical of the home team.
Oh, okay.
Alphabetical of the home team city, not team name.
Oh.
So that's why when the Ravens and Bears are at home, they're always the first 2.
Yeah.
But since the Ravens are on the road, we're kind of in the middle of the 1 o'clock slate this week in terms of order. But you guys are at home, so you guys are leading off the 1 o'clock slate. So go ahead.
I'm not saying home picking, but
just say not the Bears.
No, I can't even say that. That would hurt my soul. 24-23.
All right.
Just put it in. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, fair enough.
Fuck!
Next up, the Jaguars You're so mad you turned off your mic.
Why do I fucking?
Nope, you turned it on and then you turned it off again. Okay, it's just we can't hear a word you're saying. Nope.
Back.
There we go.
I like. Oh, now I'm lagging.
Yes, you are.
Oh, now I'm back. Now I'm
You're
good.
good.
I like
You're
being
good.
able to fucking hit this thing, dude. This is nice to have.
All right, let's move on to the Jaguars at Lions.
Oh. Jags at Lions. Jags and the Lions. I'm going to
really tough pick
make
here.
this. I'm going to make this my.
Connor Burns, the upset of the week. Connor Burns, lock of the week.
I said you hit the wrong one.
Lions to go in there and get the.
You hit the wrong one.
No. I hit it on purpose to throw you off
Oh,
for
okay.
a second. Yeah, no, give me the Lions in this one. I think that this is going to be pretty easy. I think this is going to be pretty simple. And before I forget, I have an extra pick to make that is not.
Oh,
NFL.
we'll do that at the end of the show.
Okay. But yeah, no, give me the Lions in this one 40-10. Mac Jones throws 3 interceptions. I think that's pretty easy. Would you
All
agree
right.
with that, Joshua Block?
I mean, I'm giving my picks on Sunday, but yeah, I'm picking the Lions.
Okay.
I mean, come on. Next up, we have the Dolphins at the Raiders.
The Dolphins at the Raiders.
Miami looked good last week on defense.
They did.
Their defense looked great.
They had fun. And I picked Miami. I lone wolf on Miami. I was Himmy on Miami. And I'm going to do it again. Give me the Miami Dolphins to go in there. Is it in Vegas?
Yes.
Go into Vegas. Doug Peterson. Never mind. I don't know why I said
wrong coach.
I read this comment. Yeah. They're just going to win the football game. I'm done fucking with it. Mike McDaniel. Mike fucking fuck.
You were right,
yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah, he's going to just win a lot of money on the slot machines. And then he's going to use that money to throw a fix in the game. And the Dolphins will win this game 69-10.
All right. There you go.
There we go. That's actually possible. If the Dolphins offense gets going, that's actually a possible score margin, though. They did. They had a 50-point score margin last year.
They did. And
then that same team that got 50 points scored on them went into Chicago and beat the shit out of us.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, it is in Miami.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Point still stands.
Yeah. Whatever, guys. It'll go to fucking Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale.
There you go. Next up, a Super Bowl 53 rematch.
Okay, it's back, I think.
The Rams at the Patriots.
This is a do or die game for
New England, by the way. Winners of 2 straight.
They are. That is true.
And you focus so much on how bad the Bears were. The Patriots deserve at least some credit for what they did last
Yeah,
week.
they do get a little bit of credit for sure, but the Bears looked horrible. That's not
I agree. I think it said a lot more about Chicago than it did New England, but I don't think it said nothing about New England.
Yeah. But here's the thing. This is a do or die game for the Rams. I'm calling it this early.
Yep.
This is a do or die game. You have to win this game to stay contending. And I am going to go with the Rams to go in there and beat the hell out of them. Not really, though. I'm going to make it 24-20.
All right. I like that.
24-20.
Oh, this is a fun one. All right. The Browns at the Saints.
Fuck. This game fucking sucks, dude. That's the shitty part about this week is that there's so many good games and then there's so many bad games.
Well,
so
yeah, because all the good teams are playing each other, which leaves no one else for the bad teams to play.
Exactly. Give me the Saints. Okay. Why not? Fuck the Browns. The
Fuck the
Browns
Browns.
suck. The Browns are terrible. They are just literally a garbage dog shit franchise. That's the best way to put it, in my opinion.
But I do
Yeah.
need them to beat Pittsburgh next week.
Yeah, you do need them to beat Pittsburgh, but yeah, give me the Browns. Give me the Browns. I mean, fuck the Saints. God damn it. Thanks.
You're good. You're good. What's the score?
A lot to a little.
But I need a number.
You guess a number. Guess what I mean by a lot.
Let's see. What do I think Burns would predict here? I'm gonna say 45-7 is gonna be your score.
Sure. That sounds good, Josh.
That feels
Well
like
done.
something you would say.
Yeah, you know me too well. You do. I like
All
that
right.
part of my
We're gonna
story.
spend some time on this one.
Wow.
The Ravens at the Steelers.
Oh,
Burns, this is the best rivalry in football. I will die on that hill.
Shut the
But-
fuck up. No.
Here's the thing. It's always been a great rivalry. But in the last couple of years, okay, he left StreamYard entirely, by the way. He is not even backstage. But what I was going to say is this rivalry is always what it is, no matter what. No matter what. If one team is amazing and the other is terrible, it's still going to be close. It's still going to be fun. That's how this rivalry works. But this year,
Best rivalry in football.
this year
It's not. Thank you, football watcher.
is the first time
It's not the best rivalry
in
in football. No,
6 or 7 years
it's not.
where this game is massive for both teams.
This should have been a primetime game.
Yeah. The only reason why it's not is because the Steelers are on Thursday night next week, and these two teams will play each other on national television later in the year. I still think it should be on prime time, but there is that.
Yeah.
But this is going to be such fun. By the way, after what looked like in real time a potential season-ending injury, Kyle Hamilton said he fully expects to play,
That's good. That's good.
which I did not expect at all. But it's awesome.
Yeah. No, that is very good that he's playing. Dude, that guy's a fucking stud. You needed him.
He is, as much as I love Roquan, that's the best defensive player on this team.
Well, Sloclon, or what do you guys
Rosempic, as they're calling him.
That's so mean. That's
I've been
mean.
standing up for him.
It's so mean, but it's so funny.
I've been standing up for him.
Yeah, Josh, you got to stop people from calling him that. That's too far. That's bad, dude.
It is bad.
But it flows so well. Rose, that who came up with that?
I don't know who came up with it, but I've seen it a lot.
Oh, Roquan.
There's so many Roquan fat jokes. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Roquan, your off-season home loves you. You know he still lives here, right?
Yeah.
And him and Jimmy Butler bought a bar, just opened a bar in Chicago together.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a country bar.
That doesn't surprise me with Roquan.
Yeah, no, they just opened the country bar, and right when you walk in, it's Roquan's jersey hanging up and Jimmy Butler's Bulls jersey. It's both of their Bears and Bulls jerseys. Pretty cool. But fuck you, Sloquan, this week. Rosempic, fuck you this week. I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Joshua does not look happy at me. Let's get a full zoom in on him. He does not look very happy. Ray Lewis is screaming for joy behind me because I did take the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game. I don't know if you guys do know this. You actually don't, but I've been on a fucking ripper this whole week with sports bets, picks, everything. I've been on an absolute heater. And this is going to be one of the ways that I cap it off because it's going to end. I thought it was going to end tonight, but I actually stand corrected. It's going to end on Sunday. I'm talking overly confident, and it probably will end tonight. I'm going to lose my bets tonight on the fight. But Sunday, Steelers, money, line. Don't even touch the 3 points that they're giving you. They're at home. They play great defense, and they are going to shut up that offense, and TJ Watt is going to sack Lamar Jackson 5 times. Give me the Steelers to win this 19-17.
All right. 1917.
Dude, did that ruin your note? Did that ruin your mood?
No, because I don't really care. I think that I'm on
I'm sorry.
pure fuck the Steelers mode at this point in the week.
I apologize, Josh. I apologize.
I like earlier, and that's why I on Tuesday made my video giving my honest opinions going into this game, what I could see happening, how I think this game could go. I made that video on Tuesday because now that we're 3 days away from this game, it's fuck the Steelers mode. It's the Ravens are going to win this game and the Steelers have no chance. That's the mindset. Even if that is not true.
Yeah.
That is the mindset. It is. I mean, we're 1-7 against these guys in the last 4 years. It's time to change that. It's time to change the narrative. It's time to go in there, shut them up. Russell Wilson needs to just be picked off multiple times. George Pickens needs to be shut up. I do not like him. He's a very easy player to dislike when he's on your divisional rival. If he was on the Ravens, I would love him, but he's a Steeler, so I hate him.
Yeah.
Zay Flowers needs to go. The Ravens need to not drop 9 passes against them this year, like they did last year when they played, in still one of the most mind-boggling football games I've ever watched in my life. When we dropped 24% of Lamar's passes last season when we played. It's 1% away from a quarter of every single pass Lamar threw was dropped last year. Like that can't happen. The thing about Pittsburgh is you need to not make mistakes. It's not about being better. It's about not making mistakes because they won't. They won't make mistakes.
Yeah.
And if you do, they will capitalize no matter what. So if you play the way you're supposed to play, there's a reason why the Ravens are favored. They're the better football team. It's a question of whether or not, I mean, what have we been saying forever about the Ravens? The only team that can beat the Ravens are the Ravens. Well, this is a game where the Ravens have beat themselves in time and time and time again. And that was when they were not that good. This year, they are good. So we got to just, the Ravens are the better team and they need to play like it. If they do, if the Ravens play like the team that they are, they'll win.
Mm-hmm.
They could win by a lot. I don't think they will just because of this rivalry. But they're capable of doing it. It's just a question of whether or not they do. Yeah.
True.
All right. Let's move on. Next matchup. Vikings at Titans.
The Vikes and the Titans.
This is a get-right game for Minnesota if I've ever seen one.
The Vikes and the Titans.
They looked awful last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, what's the line in this game?
Oh, yeah, we need to. I didn't even talk about that. Yeah, let's take a look at
what are the upsets of the week? Just
your
curious.
eligible upset of the week picks. Here we go. Let's take a look.
Well, never mind.
Eligible upset.
Never mind.
Of the week.
Never mind.
Burns, the upset of the week.
There you
Give
go.
me the Tennessee Titans to go in there and beat the shit out of the Minnesota Vikings. This is the game where the Vikings hype dies. This is the game.
Point spread.
Yep, this is the game where the Vikings hype dies, and Vikings fans just sit there like,
Surrender Cobra.
yes, that's exactly what's going to happen. Give me the Tennessee Titans to win this game. 20-2.
20-2.
Boom! We bring the boom. That's what we do. Josh, can you do the boom dance?
If we win on Sunday, I'll do it.
Okay, so on Monday, like I'll start playing We Bring the Boom. If we both win, then we both have to do it.
Deal. Done.
If one of us does, then it's not happening.
Done.
Unless if the Bears beat the Packers. If the Ravens lose, it happens. So, like,
I have no idea what you're saying. All right. Moving on. Next up. What the hell just happened?
hello?
You good?
Hello?
Your audio is fine. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All
I'm
right.
good. I'm good. I'm good. All right, let's keep going.
Colts at Jets.
This game is dog shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is literally just sitting in my left pocket. Like,
Anthony Richardson's back.
oh my God. And now lag up storm.
Oh, you're good now.
Am I moving silky smooth? Nope, not yet.
Not silky smooth, no. I would say leave and
Okay.
come back.
No. I think that we're good now. I think we're good. What game did you even say again? I just completely zoned out.
Jets at Colts.
Oh, yeah, give me the Colts. The Jets are fucking dead. Maybe the worst prediction of my life for them this season. I am completely off the wagon. Maybe if they beat Arizona last week, I would have been like a little bit more on the wagon. But we're keeping it simple. We're keeping it sweet. We're taking the Colts here. It's that easy, man. Are we live on? No, wait, never mind. I'm tweaking.
What?
I thought that we
Did you not think we were live?
No, I thought that we weren't live on Twitch for a second. That was on me. I was
we are.
Okay.
What was your score?
35-17 because I can't remember.
35-17. All right, next up.
AR has 2 rushing touchdowns.
This is a really interesting game, actually. This next one. Really interesting. The Falcons at Broncos.
This is a fun fucking game. Dude, I was literally saying this is one of the best 3 p.m. slates of the year.
This is a great game.
Yes, this game and then the game after that and then the cherry on top that we'll get into during 3 p.m. Holy shit. This is going to be fun. I have like no clue who the fuck to pick in this game. I had no idea from the beginning because a lot of people were doubting out the Broncos and the Falcons.
I know who I'm
like they're rolling, but I'm going with Atlanta. I just think the Falcons really got it figured out now, and they know they have their identity. They know what team they are, and they're going to go in there. And the Broncos are going to be good, man. They're going to be fucking good. I think that Sean Payton. I mean, they hit on Sean Payton. I think that they're going to really figure it out. Am I lagging or are you just frozen?
No, you're good.
Okay, you were just frozen in time. But I just think right now Atlanta goes in there, they get a big win, and they move to 7-4, which looks very, very, very good for them. Give me the Falcons.
Shout out Francis for the sub.
Shout out to Francis. Give me the Falcons to win a close one, 30-29.
30-29 Falcons.
Yep.
Next up, the Seahawks at Niners.
Seahawks at Niners. Once again, you would have looked at this game before the year and went, I mean, it's a divisional game. It's kind of fun. No, this is a fun one.
No, it's always fun when these two teams play.
Yeah, no, but this is a fun one. This is a very fun one because if Seattle wins this game, they're both sitting at 5-5. Yeah. They're both sitting at 5-5, which is crazy to think about.
And Arizona's 6-4.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts, man. That's nuts. So with this, I'm going to be frank. I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm going to keep it sweet. I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks to go in there and upset the 49ers. This isn't my upset of the week because Titans, like, that's a more fun upset, you know?
Yeah.
But Seattle goes in there. They beat the 49ers. It's going to get weird at 3 o'clock this Sunday. It's going to get weird.
That, by the way, what does that do for the Niners?
A lot. They're sitting at 5-5.
Because not just that. They would also be sitting at 1-3 in the division.
Yeah. So give me Seattle here, and then 49ers fans are really chewing their fingernails.
That would be massive.
Yeah.
What is your score?
13-12 in an ugly game.
All right. 13-12. 13-12.
Like literally what we watched last night before the fourth quarter.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You said it was a great late afternoon slate, and there's a cherry on top. Well, this is cherry on top. The Chiefs at the Bills. And here's what's interesting. The Chiefs, 3-0 against them in the playoffs. The Bills have won 3 in a row against them in the regular season.
Yep.
In the regular season, the Bills have won the last 3 in a row.
You know what I'm rooting for in this game? I'm not rooting. I don't care who wins. I don't care who wins this game. I just want to see a classic out of this game. I want a classic because I remember seeing a stat on Twitter that this is the highest NFL matchup, like record-wise, like 9-0 versus 8-2, since Monday Night Football, that game, the Chiefs and the Rams,
Is it?
yes, there was a stat. This is the highest seeded NFL game since then, I believe. At least regular season. I remember seeing that.
I mean, that's
somewhere.
possible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're fucking hell. Well, I mean, their combined record would be what?
Crazy.
17-2.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But all I want to see in this game is I want it to be like that Chiefs Rams game, which I still believe is one of the, if not the best NFL game that I've ever watched.
Oh yeah.
That was unbelievable. I want to see points. I want to see points. A shootout in Buffalo. Those fans are going to be pissed drunk. They're probably already in the parking lot right now. They're probably there. They're probably there. Oh, the people who have RVs are definitely already there.
There's an echo right now.
Hello.
Hold on. Wait. We're good. We're good.
Joshua.
We're good.
Okay. But yeah, no, the people who have RVs and tailgate with the RVs, they're probably there already.
Mhm.
Or at least pre-gaming right now and just waiting for the whole weekend. But keeping it short, keeping it sweet. I can't pick against Kansas City. I can't. I know the stat that you just said, and I know that that's true too, because I remember all three of those games that the Bills have beat them every time during the regular season.
Chiefs have won 15 in a row, though.
Yeah.
15 straight for the Chiefs. This would be 16 straight.
That's a spam call.
Yeah, no
But
Dalton
yeah.
Kincaid.
But yeah,
No Young Coleman.
give me Kansas City to go into Buffalo and rain on their parade. That's simple.
Honestly,
and I'm going
I'd
to take
be
the
very
Chiefs
much
to win
okay
this
with
game.
that.
Ready? 48-45.
Woo!
48-45.
I'd very much be okay with it, though, because we got the tiebreaker over Buffalo. So if we win and they lose, we're both 8-3, and we're ahead of them. So the race for a 2 seed is possible because we're not getting the 1 seed. Because even if we have the same record as Kansas City, somehow they got the tiebreaker because they beat us. So we talk about a potential 2 seed, though. We got to be ahead of Buffalo, and we have the tiebreaker. So I'm kind of rooting for Kansas City.
Cool. Yeah, that would be pretty sweet, Josh.
48-45 Chiefs. All right. This is a good one, too. Sunday Night Football. The Bengals at the Chargers.
Once again, we've been talking about do or die games, man. This is a do or die game for the Cincinnati Bengals.
But it's like their 4th one.
I know. Even though it's not looking good, I'm not counting out that Bengals team.
I'm not either.
I will officially if they lose this game.
Yeah. Agreed.
If they lose,
they lose, it'll be 4-7.
Yeah. If they lose this game, I will officially count them out. But if they win this game, Josh, they're 5-6, and there's a lot of life behind that 5-6.
Yep.
A lot of life behind that 5-6.
Agreed.
And that's exactly why I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals in this game. Because the Chargers who are 6-3 right now and are right spot on with your prediction to be that team that nobody expects them to be that good, but they are. They could drop a game.
Well, if they're going to be that team, they got to start dropping a couple because 9-8 isn't probably not going to happen if they're 7-4.
Yeah, not that far out of reach. But yeah, no, they could drop a game, and I feel like this is one of them where Joe Burrow goes in there and does Joe Burrow things. And
here's the thing, though: this Chargers defense. You know how many times they've allowed over 20 points this year? 0. So that's the thing.
The Bears used to be on that list. They used to until they played the Cardinals. FYI. Yeah. And then it went out the window. Yeah. No, but the Bears was like 12 or 13 games in a row, and then they played the Cardinals.
All right, what's
How
your
the fuck are the Cardinals? Why does it have to be the Cardinals to do that? Why the Cardinals?
They're a good team.
Well, sure, but if it was like the Chiefs, whatever, that happens. But the fucking Cardinals, come on. Still fucking piss me off. Give me the Bengals to win this game 28-24.
28-24 Cincy. All right, Burns.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap up here. Before we wrap up, we do have a bonus pick to make.
I have a lot to talk about on this subject.
Go ahead.
Okay, guys.
I'm gonna refresh because I think there's a little delay.
Okay.
But you can start.
As I've said, I'm gonna wait for Josh to get back because I want him to hear this too. I was waiting for you to get back.
Fair enough.
This past week, as I said earlier, I've been ever since Sunday Night Football. I took the Texans on Sunday night. Bet on the Texans, bang. I took the Dolphins. Well, the Texans, I had them to cover, and they cover. I took the Dolphins straight up to win Monday night, bang. NBA during the week. Somehow, dude, I had the grace, I swear on my life, I had the grace of God's luck on my hands. Listen to this shit. I needed the Bucks minus 6.5. Milwaukee. This was the last leg for two different hitters. And I'm like, dude, oh my God. It's a tie. They're losing to the Pistons. It's a tie game, 1 second left. And they do one of the Pistons do one of those pass-in plays from the sideline where they pass it up and then it's like an alley-oop, right? They called the worst foul known to man. Giannis did not even touch him. And they called it after the review. They reviewed it to see what it was, and then they called it a foul. And then guy goes to the line. 2 free throws. Brick. Overtime, the Bucks go out there and win by exactly 7 points.
Wow.
And then that night, the Grizzlies, I had them plus 6.5. They lost by exactly 6 points, which was ridiculous. And last night, all over Philly, simple. Now we move to tonight, which I am marking as the end of the heater because I think that this is where it ends because tomorrow I have not been good at college football lately. I think it's over. I think it's over tomorrow. But tonight, I am like 60% confident in this. I can feel the goosebumps in my stomach talking about it. I have the second biggest bet of my life on the table tonight. The second biggest bet of my entire life is tonight.
How much is it?
First off, the biggest bet of my life was Super Bowl weekend. And I don't really count it because it was like when you turn 21, the biggest thing that you should do if you live in any state with sports betting is sign up for every single sports book because they just give you a bunch of free money. No, that's actually serious. Like what I did is like I signed up for DraftKings. You deposit $5, you get $200. And with the 200, what I did, well, $200 in bonus bets. So what I did for the Super Bowl is I put like 100 on Kansas City, 100 on the 49ers, so that either way I have $100. Either way I win $100, right? So that Super Bowl, I probably had like $800 or $900 on it total. I have a $200 parlay tonight on Amanda Serrano. She is the co-main event, the fight for the belt. She is going to kick. I don't even know the name of the other fucking girl she's fighting, and I don't care. Overnight, somehow I caught the odds. Last night they were even money. Today, she jumped out to be a huge favorite. This morning, I opened the book. She's a huge favorite now. Tons of action went in on her. She is going to go in there and beat the shit out of this girl. It's not even funny. It's a rematch. She did it the first time. Now she's going to do it again. And then, moving to the main event, I look at the books and I see that there's 79% of bets on one person. I go on social media and everybody's saying that this guy is going to beat this dude's ass. Jake Paul sleeps him in round 3. It's that simple. It's that simple. The whole world is rooting for Mike Tyson. The whole world is
heavily.
The whole world is betting on Mike Tyson. There is no way that Jake loses tonight. I don't see a world. I don't see a world where he loses. I have 200 on that, and then I have 300 on him to win straight up. Well, I have 200 on him to win by knockout, and then 100 on him to win by decision because it was way better value than just betting him to win. So I did that instead. But I am so confident in the problem child, El Gallo, Jake Paul, going in there. Yep, this is exactly what's going to happen, and that's perfectly okay. That I don't care. I don't care. I don't care at all. But it's going.
I don't understand how you could say that if he knocks him out.
No. Exactly. No, dude. And you know what's the funniest thing about all this, Josh?
What?
Is everybody because the reason why I like Jake Paul so much is because I bet on him throughout his career and I won a lot of money from Jake Paul fighting. A lot. I like every single back when he would be like a plus 400 underdog and you throw $50 on him and you get $200 from just betting on that fight for him to win. It was awesome. I hate that he's a favorite now. I hate it. It kind of sucks. But I became a fan throughout that for those reasons. But do people not understand that all these pro bouts are like commissioned by the government and the government has to be involved with the contracts and everything? Like fighting, you can't really script shit like this. If it was an exhibition, you can. If it was an exhibition, you can. But a pro fight with Mike Tyson's record on the line, I can't believe that he actually put his record on the line.
Yeah.
You can't really rig this. Who do you have, Joshua?
So, first of all, before we actually no, we'll start with the fight. It's gonna shatter records.
Yeah, it's free. That's the biggest thing. It's free.
Yep.
It'd be as
But
well.
you know what
if you
that
have
means?
Netflix, but everybody
No
else.
one's watching on Stream East, at least not very many.
No, nobody's gonna watch on Stream East. Well, people still will if you don't somehow have Netflix, but if you have Netflix, which a lot of fucking how many?
So
people
it's gonna set records because it's gonna be one of the few times that the viewership number is gonna be accurate, or at least fairly accurate.
Netflix has 282 million subscribers worldwide.
I will tell you this. From what I've watched, I have found boxing more entertaining than UFC, personally.
I'm a bigger boxing guy than UFC as well, but the UFC is starting to really get my interest. I like the old. I like the boxing. I don't like the wrestling. I know that it's a lot of skill that goes into the wrestling, but I personally don't like it.
But Mike Tyson is 58 years old. When was his last fight?
Well, he had that exhibition, but that doesn't really count.
Well, I mean,
and that's what also people don't remember is that during Mike Tyson's last fights, when he still was fighting, he did not look that good at all. He fell off a cliff. Now, 20 years later, 30 years later, he's going to get fucking killed. He's going to get killed. It's a shame that they're even having this fight. It is. In my opinion, it's a shame that they're even having it.
His fight against Roy Jones was in 2020.
Yeah, and that was an exhibition. It wasn't a real fight.
That, by the way, is 4 years ago as well.
They did that for a money grab. They just wanted.
Yeah, and regardless, though, that was 4 years ago. That's a long time as well.
Yeah, and you know who was the biggest fight that night of that whole night? Jake Paul knocking out Nate Robinson. That was the biggest highlight from that whole night.
But so it's interesting because, to be honest with you, I don't know. I'm not confident in any pick here because he's fucking Mike Tyson. Like,
at the end of the day, yeah, no, that's why I'm still nervous because he
is Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
But he's also 58 years old.
Yeah.
And because Jake has played this so smart. If you look at his clips and all that, he's put no real clips out there, which means one of two things. It either means A, looks really, really good, and he doesn't want people to know. He wants Tyson to sleep on him, and he wants people to not realize how much better he's gotten, and he's going to shock the world. Or he looks absolutely awful and doesn't want Tyson to realize how bad he looks.
You see, that's why
it's one of the two.
That's why I'm not sure. That's why I think the latter of the two options, because even from his fight before, he looked great. He looked even from when it was him and Logan fighting KSI and Deji the first time. Logan didn't look very orthodox. He was just throwing punches to throw punches. Even his last fight. Jake, the whole time since he began boxing,
Jake is the guy who's taking it seriously from the jump.
Looked like he legitimately enjoyed it.
Yeah,
and he actually has form. He's not just an idiot out there. Yeah. That's the thing, and that's why I'm like, I think he's gotten better. Because also I watched a little bit of his open workout, and it looked like he was purposely like sleepwalking out there.
Of course he was.
He was going super slow.
He does not want people to know what he looks like right now.
No.
Whether that's for a good reason or a bad reason, we'll find out tonight. But it's very obvious to me that he intentionally is making himself look as unserious as possible.
3.
It's going to be
The only way that I see Tyson winning is if he knocks him out in the first 2 rounds. That's the only way.
I agree with that.
Tyson's gonna get tired as fuck. He's gonna
I
get so
agree.
tired.
The longer this fight goes, the better chance Jake has to win.
Yeah, the better chance he has to win. Like me betting on it to go to distance is kind of dumb, but I just did it as kind of like a safety blanket just in case. Because it's either Jake loses in the first 2 rounds or he's gonna knock Tyson out anytime from 2 till 8. Which I don't think it's gonna be like a knockout. It's gonna be the ref calls it. It's gonna be Tyson hits the floor and the ref calls it. Like he's slow to get up, whatever. But
I'm rooting heavily for Mike Tyson, but I really don't know who I think is going to win.
I want Jake badly to win. I really do. I really want to see the kid go. I do.
It's interesting because one of the reasons why this fight is kind of really smart for both teams, for both people here. Yeah, Sam Laporta just got ruled out, but is both of them are going to kind of get a lot of respect if you win here.
For Jake, it's going to be a lose-lose from people our age. I mean, people are going to say, you beat a 6-year-old.
Older generation, though, he'll gain some respect.
He will. He will. And after this, what Jake has to do after this fight is he has to start building his way up the ranks of actual boxers. That's what he has to do.
Right. Well, that's the thing. People don't realize about Jake is like, oh, why isn't he fighting like the best in the world? And this,
for like 6 years. That's
yeah,
it.
exactly.
If you threw me, anybody, yourself, anybody watching the stream, I want you to remember this whenever people do say that. Imagine after 6 years of boxing, people are telling you to go and fight the world champion. Like,
exactly. That's my whole thing. I'm with you 100%.
It's people who don't know ball. People who don't know ball. Don't know what they're talking about.
I 100% agree with that.
The people who point this out, like even in the past, I made videos pointing this out saying, dude, he's barely been boxing. Sure, he did YouTube before, but he's barely been boxing. And they're like, okay, doesn't matter. Who cares?
Well, it's because he is, like it or not, the most popular boxer, probably.
The only way that he would, it's either him or Canelo. It's either him or Canelo.
Which is why that's the man. He called him out.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
I don't know about that one.
No, he does not want to do that. No. I'd say, because that's the other weird thing, is that all the other most popular fighters in the world, all UFC fighters. It's all UFC. John Jones, Conor McGregor. I mean, you can throw Floyd Mayweather, but he's basically retired now. You could throw Mike Tyson in there because he is fighting tonight, obviously. But when you think of popular fighters, most of the names that come up, at least in my head, are UFC fighters now.
Yeah.
Because that's just the difference. Alex Pereira, Sean O'Malley, Sean Strickland, John Jones, who's fighting on Saturday, which is going to be awesome too.
Chandler's brother.
Yeah. The list goes on. It's ridiculous. But who's your official pick? And then let's head out of here because I actually do have to go.
Tyson.
Fuck Josh. Jake Paul is winning this fight, and the Steelers are beating the Ravens. So I'm putting it out there to say that. Damn, we're against each other in all of our games this week.
Yeah, we are.
Because I know you're picking the Packers too. I know you are. Yeah. Well, all right. Hopefully, I'm back on Monday and I got winners on both sides. But thank you guys so much for listening. We do appreciate it. We will see you guys back here on Monday at 2:00.
Yep.
Thank you.
And make sure you guys catch kickoff show Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern.
Yes.
For all of mine and Michael and your picks.
Yes, sir. We love you guys. Thank you. Goodbye.
All right. See you guys.